What up, party people? I had a pretty interesting revelation today, and I realized how much I really enjoy camaraderie and good banter, teasing, just high energy. And I got to have that today with a day worker that we brought in. So the boat had all this like orange stuff on the deck. It almost looked like someone was grinding like metal and then all these shavings like caught the wind and it looked almost like rust on the deck. And I guess a lot of boats in the yard were freaking out about this because that's a pretty serious issue, especially on like new paint jobs and things like that, which this boat has a new paint job. So it's very important to keep the exterior clean. So my captain called a day worker to come in and help me wash down the boat, which I'm so thankful for because I do know how to wash a boat. It's not that difficult, but it's so much nicer when someone else is there. It just makes the time go faster. And I got really lucky because this guy was just funny. He was fun, he was hilarious, and he just brought this big energy with him. Like, just not a care in the world, smiling, like, yeah, let's get this job done. Oh, it looks so good. Oh, look, it looks so much better, and I try to be that energy every day. I know I don't always succeed, but it's definitely something I try to bring to any project I'm working on, any job I'm working in, um, experiences I'm having with friends. I'm always trying to be like that big energy, that cheerleader. And so it was so nice today to actually experience, be able to be on like the receiving end of that, not being the one um, giving the energy and hyping it up. It was fun to have someone else like bringing that energy and I get to like bask in the greatness of just high vibes. And it really brought me back to when I lived in Jackson, because I worked in a restaurant and there was like this core group of us that, we came back every season. We lived and worked there, and we were like that together. Like we all knew each other really well. We could totally tell if someone was having a bad day or a great day. And we just fed off each other's energy. We were always bantering and laughing and poking fun and I feel like we always raised each other's spirits. And then I realized at a certain point it just wasn't happening anymore. For me. Like I I wasn't I wasn't bringing the energy to work anymore. And I'm not saying my friends weren't either, but it's like the being in their energy didn't like lift my spirits like it used to. And I remember thinking back in Jackson when that was happening, I was like, uh-oh, this might this is kind of like it was like a gut feeling like this might be time to go. And I didn't want to. I wasn't ready. And I didn't. I didn't leave at the time because that happened probably like year 7 of living in Jackson. And instead, I actually ended up working for the still with the same group of people at that same restaurant, but I picked up another job at another restaurant. And it introduced me to this whole other group of people. And I really feel like the energy and the vibes and everything were like up again. So I think for me, I really thrive off those changes. I thrive when it's like a new environment, it's new people, it's a new project, like I don't usually wash down the boat on the outside. I usually take care of the inside. So being on the outside, it's using a different skill set. And I think that's kind of why I'm looking forward to this year is because I know it's going to be different. I'm probably going to end up using a new skill set or learning something new or many new things. Um, and meeting new and interesting people and hopefully finding that vibe and that energy like that day worker had today, where it's just like living for the moment, not a care in the world. And he did such a good job. Like how do I say it? He did his best, like scrubbing, trying to scrub out that yellow stuff that we still don't know what it is. The yard thinks it's pollen, but nobody, I don't think anyone's convinced it's that because it did not come out. But like he did his best. He had a great day. He even like was like, "Oh, call me if you need me again." He was like excited to come back. And I want to be in that place again where I'm doing something new. The people are new. I get to be excited about the project. I get to carry, I get to bring the energy. I get to be the high viber and not have this, I want to say commitment, but I don't know if that's the right word. Like for him, it was a new project. It was a new day. It was new people. It was new everything, right? For all of us who've been working on the boat, you know, my friends for a year now, me for a couple months, and not to say that the energy is low, but I can just tell that when I'm in a project for like a year-long project, you know, it's hard to carry that energy and keep that high. And I think maybe the key is, for me, the key is changing and going in a new direction and meeting new people and doing new things. But I also think like if you aren't in a project, a long project, it's good to bring in that like new people. And it's exciting, like in yachting, you have day workers. So it's like bring in day workers, change it up, like have if, like the guy from today, he did a great job. He had great energy. It's like, bring him back. Keep bringing him back because I feel like he'll help bring that vibe back up um, into the project. Uh, and he's not tied to it. He doesn't have, he doesn't have a stake in it, right? It's not like critical that this has to happen exactly like this and on time and da 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 da. So he has the freedom to, again, do his best job and then go home at the end of the day. So I'm excited. It was just a great revelation to have to see that newness come into a big project and how the energy went up. And then for my own self, knowing myself and how when I get um, deep into projects, that for me, I think the change up is what I need to bring my energy back and bring my vibe back up and my excitement. I think that's what it is. It's the excitement, the enjoyment of learning something new, being with new people, learning a new place, learning a new language. I think that's what's going to help me bring my energy back, my vibe back up. So I'm really excited for this next step. You'll hear about it tomorrow. And yeah, I I hope that you guys are feeling the vibe and feeling the energy and come see me again tomorrow. Good night.